Good afternoon, everybody. This is Christian Velasquez, and welcome back to my show, Krypton. Just want to say I apologize for not keeping in contact the way I said I would. I'd be doing daily updates with my experience in the crypto world, and I've actually been pretty busy on my end, to tell you the truth. So it's been very, very, very busy. Good stuff, a lot of good stuff. So. But yeah, that's what's been my hold up over here on my side and everything. So this video is gonna be very short. I like to do really short, direct videos. I don't like to really go too lengthy or anything. I'm a really short and direct type of man. So sometimes I find myself kind of digress a little bit or talking a little bit longer than normal and everything. But for the most part, I mean, I'm just straight to the point. Yes, no. And that's it, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not being rude in any way by keeping the video short. If anybody is a little find that offensive in some way, like, oh, he didn't share too much information or whatever, maybe I'm not too sure whatever's going on in people's heads these days. So, but anyway, so I just wanted to say that real quick. Again, this is raw footage. Nothing's edited, so you're gonna see me, pause a little bit, correct myself on certain word usages and stuff, maybe choke on a couple words depending if saliva comes down. So again, like I said, it's raw footage. So anyway, so back to crypto. So yeah, so basically what's been going on my side over here is I've been doing a lot of footwork. Again, like I said, as a reminder, I'm not a techie guy to be doing vlogs or anything. I'm more the old-fashioned way, like I said before, where I go out and do my own footwork. I've been getting in touch with a lot of stores, shops, vendors, merchants, and just the chain reaction goes on from there. Then they start speaking to the suppliers. I've actually have some good news. I'm not going to give no exact names to these locations for their protection until they say it's all system go and everything else. But I'll tell you a few places where I've been reaching out to. One, most importantly, a lot of people need to make sure that their medical attention needs are being met. People want to make sure that, their bodies are doing good. So as you can tell where I'm going with this. Chiropractor. I got a chiropractor that might be jumping on board with the community over here. My location's over here in the United States, Phoenix, Arizona. Lovely weather, as you can tell. So yeah, that's where I'm at, Phoenix, Arizona. And this guy, he's a really good guy. His history, he's got a lot of experience and everything. If he decides to jump on board, he's going to be very, very, very good for the community, for who's over here in Arizona. So, but he knows what it's like to be on the private. He told me about 2 years in public practice, but he's been in private practice. So he knows what it's like to be in the private side. So, but that's what's going on right now, and his little business has been booming for himself over there. So it's forced him to go more into the public, more as he called as an umbrella, and everybody in that community over there, they help each other out. But when I told him that it's a private community, he knew, he understood the concept of what it meant to be public and private and everything. So he said, really? He said, your asset, your crypto. He's familiar with crypto. The minute I told him about cryptocurrency, right away he thought it was Bitcoin. So he was really familiar with it. And right away he started thinking there was Bitcoin and stuff. And I told him no, nothing wrong with Bitcoin. But in my personal experience, I say that we're better. I know it's probably touchy with a lot of the Bitcoin crusaders out there if you're watching this video right now. So I got Bitcoin too and everything, but I like the peace of mind where our coin is not volatile. So our coin just only goes up. And so when I told him that, he liked that. Businesses like stability, even though they may or may not know how our US dollar works and everything. I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, they're in business for a reason, but they may or may not be telling us whether they know or not. But the fact that there's a foundation, that's the thing. Foundation. We have a foundation where we're not volatile. We go up. You don't have to worry about it buying low, selling high, and everything else, or if we're going to lose value. No, we don't lose value. So that's just not in our algorithm. That's not in with our motto, so to speak, for ending poverty, global poverty. So yeah, so I got a chiropractor that's jumping on board. That's a good thing. I'm actually working on a couple of housing, housing over here. I've been talking to a couple of what do they call them, like apartments and everything. Again, Bitcoin. They think it's Bitcoin. No. So they're wanting to know. They're sending me a lot of emails, and that's why I've been so busy. And I'm a single dad, and like I said before, I mean, I'm doing my best to handle these emails uh, with the appointments and stuff like that, and also, do my fatherly duties. And I really appreciate from the deepest bottom of my heart with my family for helping out on watching my daughter and everything else while I do my emails and stuff like that, getting in contact with these people and everything. It's a lot of work. It really is, and it can be tiresome. But you know what? If you have a dream and you got a goal in life, even people who have got dreams and goals, they're gonna work hard for it. And I got a dream and goal, just like many of you that are out there. We have our own dreams and goals, but instead of looking out for my needs and my wants, I'm also looking at the future for the community. Not just because of something that I see, like I like that car and I want it. No, people, other people need cars. They need transportation to get from point A to point B. People need doctors. People need housing. So I'm not looking out for my own needs. I'm looking out for everybody else that want to jump in on the community of abundance. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working out. I got smart. People might have been doing this longer than I have. I decided not, like I said, trying to go more into like the internet, the online kind of thing. I started doing research on the internet on who's accepting crypto as payment. And so when I started doing that, I was sitting there looking, I was like, you could be surprised on how many people are also accepting crypto as payment. The thing is you have to do your own homework and your own research on those type of people, because again, just like people say about our community, you don't want to get scammed. And that's one thing that I like about our community, is that we look out for each other and we make sure that we're not getting scammed by other people. Because everybody should win, really. Realistically, people are like, no, not everybody should win. No, everybody should win. People have a shot at life. When you're brought here on this earth, into this world, you got a shot at something. You can't be sitting there like, no, you can't do that. Why? Because I said so? No. If you got a dream, you got a goal, go get it. Don't let nobody tell you no. Unless if it's going to be causing physical harm to somebody else, a living being, then yeah, no. But I mean, common sense, if you got a dream and a goal for the right reasons, to sit there and to prosper in life, to help life, do it. Help life. You don't want to take. Don't take. So that's one thing. That's what I like about the Billion Coin and everything. So that's what I've been doing. I've been going online, searching and all that stuff, and I actually got an online for e-commerce. They love the coin. They already accept 2 coins, I think, right now, or 3 coins. Bitcoin, obviously, Litecoin, and I think Dogecoin or something like that. So when I saw that their portfolio on payments, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me see. Let me just give it a shot and everything. Get a feel for them and everything. You talk to them. You interview each other. Why do you want them in our community? That's another thing too. Instead of like, you have to get in our community. Why do I think that you'll be good for our part of the community? What good are you going to bring? That's the thing. You want to qualify those people to bring them into the community to do good for our community and everybody else, not to cause harm. That's what it's all about. So that's where my mentality has really gone at. Is just like, instead of like, everybody needs us. Yeah, everybody needs it, but at the same time, it's not for everybody. I've learned down the road that a lot of people, like everybody else, has probably watched this video and who's been in the community as long as I have, if not longer. We were off, like, what is this? How come we can't find it on the coin market cap? Because we're different. We don't go up and down, and that's the thing. So it literally forces you to wisen up and to be like, are you going to be good? Are you going to be good for us? We need to qualify you first, in a way. So that's basically where I've narrowed it down to help out with my search and everything, and they like it. So now it's going to be e-commerce, a merchant and everything who likes it, but before they decide to move forward, they're going to give it to their supplier. If their supplier likes it, I don't know, for however, wherever their supplier goes for it, however, we already know there's somebody at the top that approves of everything. Wherever they get the go from that top, it all trickles down, so to speak, and everything. Oh, excuse me. So that's what it is right there. So um, that's what I've been working on right now. It's like I said, it's been very busy. It's been very hectic and everything. So everything so far is looking pretty good. Um, the one thing that really gets me, how do I want to say, irked, is how they want to base their success off of me. Don't base your success off of me. I'm pretty sure almost every salesperson and woman that's been out there, man and woman that's been out there, is that um, they probably get questioned that a lot. How long did it take you? It could take anybody a long time, you know. So everybody's story is different. Everybody's life walk is different and everything. It takes a long time. I mean, look at your local church. I mean, I saw the history on the local church on where I go to. They had like a last year, if I recall, they had like a little anniversary and everything. I can't remember off the top of my head how long it took them, but I saw videos. They had videos, documented videos from when they first started, from a house and expanding and the different locations that they went through. And I'm pretty sure it took them time where they're like, I just want to give up, probably. I don't know. But it's like that in every kind of community or any kind of business that you start. You know? I mean, it's just, how long are you going to be sticking with it? I'm sticking with it, thick and thin, and all that. Because I see what this community is for, especially what admin has started. He or she. I don't like to label admin he or she. I call admin admin. That's another thing, too. Is that admin has started something so good, and if admin does not lose sight of it, and whoever admin decides to pass the baton on to somebody else, when it's time for admin and admin's team to retire naturally, if you know what I mean, they have to use wisdom now on who they have to really decide on who they're going to pass that baton on to oversee what they started. Because, for example, the Federal Reserve, any kind of business, anything can be easily corrupted. Anything. Lord of the Rings, for example. I mean, you can use Lord of the Rings for an example. You can use, gosh, Divergent. You can use whatever movie that's out there, Star Wars, whatever it is. You can use anything for an example. But anyway, again, there I am going to digress and everything. But you guys know exactly what I'm talking about right now. So, one last thing before I head on out is we must have been channeling on the same frequency or something. So I think it was about approximately 2 weeks ago. I made 2 movies, 2 videos. I had to get rid of them. One, I missed a lot of information. 2, there was a lot of noise in the background. Kids were getting out of school and everything, so you can hear them walking by and all that stuff. So I don't want any interference. I wanted the people to be focused. So big things, big things. In case of you guys already that know this already, is that how we are pegged to gold now. Our value as sources from a value source. We are no longer pegged to a fiat source of value that can depreciate rapidly. That was a good thing. That was a good move right there. Me personally, I'm not into gold, to tell you the truth. I mean, gold was never really pressed upon me and my family, as from what I can recall growing up. We knew what it was. I mean, without a doubt, we knew the value of it, but it was nothing that was really that we wrapped our lives and our world around about gold and money and everything else. We understood the logic and everything on the importance of these tools that we use to purchase goods and services, of what it's for and everything. But we weren't really taught to really make it our center, our focus and everything. We know the true value and everything on life and everything. So that's what I wanted to say. All this stuff is like gone, really. I mean, a good book. Not trying to preach or anything. I mean, a perfect example is uh, Ecclesiastes. You know, that one right there with King Solomon and everything. It's just here today, gone tomorrow. Dust in the wind. It's good to have them. It's really good to have them, but you know, here today, gone tomorrow, and everything. So, but yeah. So with that being said, that's what I want to wrap up. Right there is that a lot of big things, and if you really think about it, before I close, we're already slowly transitioning to it. If you look at the history, first it was gold. Now you got these fiats. Now you have, then you had checks. People writing checks. Now you got direct deposit. You know, a digital asset. They control it too. Digital assets and everything. You got that right there. Look at our games. I love to video game. I'm not a big gamer the way I used to be. But I mean, Xbox. You know, you got that Microsoft Store. You got all these things, Google Play, and all that stuff. You can start downloading your movies and stuff like that. Everything's going digital. Go in Walmart. Go in Walmart. You sit there and you'll see those little things. They're slowly weaning us into it. Where basically that little hard copy, fiat money, that DVD, that Blu-ray, it's slowly fading away. Where it's like you don't see it anymore. You know, I mean, you know it's there. Why? Because you trust it. You trust that it's going to be there. You trust that you're going to sit there and turn on that power of your Xbox or your PlayStation 4, and you're going to sit there and you're going to go in your digital library and you're going to see in your digital Microsoft account those digital assets that are in there that you put into it, that you pay into it, or that your DVDs or movies that you bought, those digital movies. You know, my family, they bought that movie Jumanji 2. Jumanji 2, I think it was a preview for Swan Princess. At the end of it, it even says, own it on digital. That was the first one that I saw, to the best of my knowledge, that it said, own it on digital. They didn't say own it on Blu-ray, own it on DVD, or own it on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. No, it just skipped the other two, and it went to digital. Own it on digital. They're pushing us on digital. So, that's what I'm saying, like, people are saying, oh, it's a scam. Oh, how do you know if it's even really there? You know what? It's fear. It's new. One, it could be a lot because, you know, those who are in power don't want to lose the power. It could be a lot of things. But don't be bent on fear or anything. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much all I want to say right there. So, if there's anything else that I missed, I'll get back to my channel and everything. I'm still working on my leads and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm out of here. You know, community TBC, just continue staying strong and everything. So we need to build each other up. I know we get hit hard from a lot of people that have probably been hurt by the wrong people in our community, but it doesn't mean that we're all bad out there. I mean, there's good and bad in everything. It's just certain people that should not belong in our community for the wrong reasons should not be in our community, and that's what causes harm and everything. So, but yeah, other than that, you know, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the present moment and watching my channel, Krypton. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and stay tuned. Okay, all right. To prosperity, to abundance, and to harmony.